I'm gonna go out on a limb here and clarify. This video is not made to bash fast food. I grew up with it, and I'm sure you did too. Fast food was pretty much as important to me as a club penguin, and that says a lot. However, with the evolving fast food industry, marketing strategies are being employed in clever yet harmful ways, thereby causing many to fall victim to health deficiencies. The fast food industry is not all evil. For example, many chains are opening up nutritionally, and ultimately, our choice of dining is, well, ours. For the most part, though, many fast food chains are adopting more ambitious and detrimental marketing campaigns that should be regulated by the government. Consequently, we should consider the facts. Recently, many fast food chains have experienced strikes and protests, which poses the question, to fix the fast food crisis, should we protest? Eric Schlosser in Fast Food Nation answers with a resounding yes. The real power of the American consumer has not yet been unleashed, he says. The heads of Burger King, KFC, and McDonald's should feel daunted. They're outnumbered. There are 3 of them and almost 300 million of you. Schlosser distinctively points out then that our strength in numbers is enough for change. As a result of claims like Schlosser's, many conclude that instead of relying on the government, we should take the matter into our own hands. This assertion, however, is false. Sure, boycotts may work for a week, but due to the loyal fan base of fast food consumers, we must, instead, attack the root cause of loyalty. Thus, it can be noted that the lack of efficiency amongst simple protests is not enough to stop the reform of fast food chains. One reason that the federal government should invest in regulating. So, if we can concede that fast food chains should be regulated, many become skeptical as to what exactly the federal government can do. Well, to answer this question, we must put the situation in context. What other issues related to consumer addiction have been controlled by the government? That's right, smoking. And what has the government done to combat smoking companies? Well, most notably, the government requires easily interpretable labels and transparent anti-smoking ads. In line with this realization, Sujesh Sharma proposes that we can learn from the war on tobacco. As scientific evidence mounted, legislators began to make widespread changes to the rules of marketing cigarettes. Similarly, research around obesity must influence the making and marketing of foods. If you question Sharma's credibility, he met with Bill Gates. Bill freaking Gates. On a more serious note, Sharma's direct comparison between the food and tobacco industries poses the question, are the two industries so similar that they can be treated the same way? Given a first glance, many would say no. However, like tobacco, fast food is addicting, unhealthy, and, frankly, cheap. Additionally, the loyalty of the customer bases of both industries, paired with creative advertisements, make both industries very similar to one another. Unlike tobacco, though, fast food is more hazy regarding false advertising. Fast food is not well defined in this realm, due to the inability of the government to facilitate that all food from within a fast food chain looks like how it's advertised. However, this is not the problem. The real problem is the labels for these respective fast food items. While informative, most fast food chains only display calorie counts and request customers to seek additional nutritional information by going online. The problem with this, though, is that oftentimes the nutritional information stated by these fast food chains is inaccurate due to the natural variance between advertised items and served items. Thus, fast food chains can easily evade the notion of false advertising. As a result, then, the government should attempt to regulate fast food chains by providing information directly to the consumer, rather than requiring fast food chains to provide this information. The New York Times editorial board reached a similar conclusion. Although current food labels are informative, Using visual cues such as stars or check marks should be required in future labels for nutritional information. While this labeling idea may not be compatible with fast food menus, I agree that the first step the government should take should be that of helping the consumers directly by taking action. After all, until the consumers know what they're eating, nothing can be done to fix the global problem of fast food based diets. To conclude, while fast food continues to play a vital role in our American and global identities, putting more constraints on the industry through the federal government is vital to making consumers care about what they eat. While fast food chains are designed to sell, the government is designed to protect. Because of the fundamental differences in motives, our best bet to ending the obesity crisis caused by fast food is protecting ourselves from the attractiveness that the fast food chains imply. Until then, our best bet is ending up like this. Exaggerated? Sure. You know what's not exaggerated though? Making sure to like, subscribe, and hitting that bell button.